Hi, this is Josie, and today I'm going to teach you how to bind off. And Oklahoma last night had a very rare snowfall of, I think, about 12 inches. So we are buried in today, and it's just wonderful. And lucky me, my friend Melissa gave me some of this Williams-Sonoma hot chocolate with peppermint for Christmas. I would have never bought that for myself, but I have already gone through a couple mugs today, and it is wonderful. And to top it off, she gave me the little vanilla marshmallows that go in it. They come in their own little packages. They're so cute. They taste just homemade, and they don't completely melt. They stay in your hot chocolate the entire time, so it is such a treat. So anyway, back to knitting. Binding off is very simple when it calls to bind off in your pattern. You will usually do it on the knit row. So I'm going to show you how to bind off in knitting first, and then I will also show you how to bind off if your pattern calls for you to bind off purlwise. Very simple. Out of the way here. Knit the first 2 stitches in your row. Pass the first stitch over the second. It's as simple as that. Knit your next stitch, pass it over again. You want to do this kind of relaxed. It's easy to do this a little bit too snugly. In fact, some patterns will call for you to bind off, they'll say loosely. In that case, I sometimes will even go up a needle size for your right hand needle to bind off, to be sure that you don't pull it in too tightly. And that is binding off knitwise. See, it makes that nice little edge. You have all your little V stitches all lined up. Occasionally, especially at a shoulder pattern, or at a shoulder on a knit pattern, they will call for you to bind off over a series of rows. They may say, bind off the first 6 stitches. In that case, you would bind off the number of stitches they tell you, knit to the end of the row, or purl, which, or keep in pattern, whichever the case may be. And then you will purl back. And then on the next right side, they will once again, sometimes for a shoulder it's 3 different bind offs. They may tell you to bind off, 5 and 5 and then the rest, or something like that. And you just continue. And you see how that's creating a nice little slope for a shoulder seam. And then you would bind off the rest. I hope you can see this clearly. I think sometimes my thumbs get in the way. I'll work on doing that a little better. Then, when you get to your last stitch, you just cut the yarn, leaving enough tail to be able to weave it in. And just pull it through. And there you go. Here's your bound off edge.